Hello everyone and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name of course is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And today I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So in a past video you heard me say this. If I were buying my first bait caster, I would go to a Black Max. Now when I said that, I was like, you know, I said that very publicly, and I should put my money where my mouth is. So, behind me, I have the blackest of Black Maxes, and we're gonna test it out today. Now, the Black Max, I've got my handy dandy race seat right here, and the Black Max cost $61 before tax at my Walmart. So, it cost not quite twice as much as the Ozark Trail, but you get a lot more for your money here. So let's look it over. Let's see if we like it. Of course, the handle spins really good because there's no tension, no drag on it. And we'll set that at our own time. Now I'm gonna put 15-pound line on this. Everything feels good. The reel feels the tiniest amount cheap, but I mean, this is probably the bottom of the line as far as Abu Garcia. And Abu Garcia is a top of the line brand because that's what my my world's fastest reel is. And this is like the other end of that. So let's read on our reel. So 6.4 to 1. So if memory serves, that is the exact same gear ratio as the Ozark Trail reel. Works really good. Again, I can't figure out how to get this side plate off. I'll see if I can figure it out before we actually go fishing. By the way, guys, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, so please hit that like, hit that subscribe, because I'm suffering to make these for you. So let's see what the packaging says on it. So 5 bearings, so four steel ball bearings and 1 roller bearing. It has a power disc brake drag system. I don't know what that means. It's got a 24-ton graphite rod. That's the same size of rod that was on the other Ozark Trail rod. Line capacity 12 pounds, 145 yards. So 15 pounds, probably going to end up being something like 125, which is way more than we need. But we're going to look this up. We're gonna get some line on it and set it up. Now I'm not gonna show you me like getting the basic setup. I might show you dialing it in a little bit, but the basic setup, go back to basics, because that'll tell you how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna have it set up whenever you probably see me next. Now there's nothing more to say for the time being, so going to the pond. Hey, you guys know I said I was gonna go to the pond, but I have further updates. So I've got line on the rod now, and I figured out how to get the side cover off. There is a top bar on this that is spring-loaded, little top black bar. You pull that back with your thumb, and the side plate comes off. So let's look at this a little bit more. So we've got, looks like magnetic brakes. I expected as much. Now, I noticed something whenever I was getting everything set up. None of the adjustments, except for the brakes, have a clicker. But you just put the side plate back on and rotate it around and you're ready to go. So I thought I would let you know about that, tell you all that I figured that out. I'm gonna quit bothering you with this kind of small droll things, and we're going fishing. All right, guys, we are back at the scene of the crime, also known as where I caught a house bass. Now I've got the same kind of lure on, same weight. It's got a different trailer on it, but there shouldn't be any issues with that other. There shouldn't be any big difference between one and the other. Now I've not thrown this once for real. I've kind of flipped it here and there just to kind of basically play with it, but that was nice. And that feels effortless coming back through the water.
Guys, we're gonna fish with this and see if we can catch one. Well, skeeting across the water sure is harder at 6.4 to 1 than it is 10 to 1. Wow. Guys, I'm getting this thing dialed in and I am fishing it a lot looser than I expected I would be able to. Because when I'm dialing it in, it actually stays consistently dialed. Now, when I say dialing in, I am slowly backing off settings until I begin to have a problem. And that way you don't end up immediately with a problem if you make big adjustments. Like, I'm now over halfway down on my brakes, so, and it casted just fine. So I'll probably cast it that way a few times to make sure that wasn't just a fluke. Love a fluke. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. If I see that it's consistently going to be okay, I'll go down a few more clicks. Now the tension I've already got dialed in, because the way you know whether you need to adjust tension or brakes, tension you adjust if you are having issues with bird nesting at the beginning of your cast. Brakes, it's anytime after that. But you can see I am casting really far, and I'm not having to thumb the fire out of my reel. And this isn't a heavy lure either. If I get a big lure on this, like a big spinnerbait, or I might throw that Long Creek custom baits on, that's gonna throw like freaking rocket on this thing. Up, see, I had a little bird nest on that one. So I might go up one click, and I'd probably call that dialed, and I'll probably leave it alone right there. But with the Ozark Trail, I had to keep messing with it, keep messing with it, keep messing with it. But this, I think, will stay set up like this pretty well. Oh, we came and got it. Oh, guys, that was sweet. He came and got it right at the edge of the water. Well, guys, that is one for the Chata bait and the Black Max. Hook just comes right out, no problem. Nice looking little fish. He probably followed it up from deep water. But guys, rod handled it good, reel handled it good. We're gonna throw him back. Where's your mama at? I want that big mama. I've got my Long Creek custom wake bait on there. Let me turn a little bit so you all can see better. Now, I only put this on because I know I have reasonable line on this. It's 15 pounds. 8 pound is what comes on the other, I'm almost sure. But we're gonna throw it out there. Throws just fine. No bird nest, not even a threat of a bird's nest. And we're gonna reel it back. Again, it reels just fine. Doesn't feel heavy on this rig because it's so low geared. And we'll give it a second right there at the edge of the water, and then we'll pick it up. We're gonna fish with this for a while and see what we can get into. If we get into anything worth looking at, I'll bring you back. Throws it almost all the way across the pond, like a dream. This feels so much easier on this rod than it does on the 10 to 1, where this is geared so low. Well, guys, we're gonna have to try something different because they don't seem to be chasing too much in this summer heat. We might try something a little bit slower. All right, guys, so we're back, and I'm gonna try a Texas rig, and that is only a 1/16 ounce sinker. So this is a really light Texas rig, like nearly weightless. So we're gonna see how well it throws this, because this may be interesting. Not badly, definitely not as far as it throws a 1/2 ounce, but this is a 1/16 ounce, so very much lighter. So this is 8 times as light, but there's a reason for that. If you can, you might be able to see it in the water. So when I get on this grass that's all around here, I don't sink in that grass. Look, it's just sitting there with just that tail up, and I can pull it and it just comes straight through it. Not a problem. And that's what I'm hopeful for. I'm hopeful I can crawl it across that grass, and then something under or around or on top of the grass will see that and say, that looks tasty. Okay, so I can throw something as little as this on this rig. Now it's like a golf swing, you know, you throw it slowly in order to get it places, but you can get it there. You have to be real careful with it, but you can throw it like that. All right, guys, spot 2, day 2. So I've got a whopper plopper on, and we're up here at another local pond that I really like to fish, and we're gonna give her a try. What thing throws good. Gear ratios might slow for this rig, for this lure, but I can get it to work. Well, guys, let's go across the way and see what we can do. All right, guys, we moved to the other side of the pond. We're gonna try our luck with the Zinger. See how this does with something that pulls in the water pretty good. It did great with the Long Creek custom bait earlier, but let's see how it does with a spinner bait. Oh, effortless. Oh, he come and got it right at the edge. Oh, that's a killer. If I'd had a stinger hook, that would have been my fish. I stung him. He probably won't be back. So guys, I got a bite on a spinnerbait earlier, so I thought let's throw one on. It's like a quarter the size, and let's see what we can do with that. Now, this is pushing the limits of what I can do with this fly. I about called it a fly rod for some reason. This bait caster, but I think we can get it out there. Yeah, that's enough. Enough to get into something or trouble.
All right, guys, so we've made it back to the house. We, of course, have our combo with us today. Guys, we tried everything, and we only caught one fish in this video. Those are the breaks. It's called fishing, not catching. But we have enough to go as far as whether we like this rod and reel combo or not. And I can tell you without an even small amount of doubt, this is the best budget combo Walmart sells. The best. I set it. I set the reel, tweaked it a little bit here and there for like the first 10-20 minutes, and I forgot it. For 2 days worth of fishing, I just used it after I got it set. Didn't matter if I had the worm with the 16th ounce weight. It didn't matter if I had the little spinnerbait you saw me with at the last. It didn't matter if I had this big Long Creek custom bait on, which, by the way, the reel did great with. They all casted good. They all worked good. None of them were a pain. I didn't have to get the reel up and twiddle with it and figure it out, and I didn't have to pray to the gods or nothing. It was like a quality product. It's so nice. Guys, this is so far superior to the Ozark Trail. It's not even a contest on which one I would tell you to buy. Definitely go with the Abu Garcia. It's a quality product made by a quality company, and I would recommend this to anyone who is out there in YouTube land. But guys, there's nothing more to say about this particular video. It's all been said, it's all been done. I caught one fish, almost caught another fish. I'm just gonna ask you to do the YouTube things, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification, and I really want you to subscribe because it helps me so much. It costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing. But we'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.